Even when we did not deserve to be saved, Christ said, you know what, I'll save you anyway.
Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Saturday Night Praise and Power Hour, right here on Abundant Television. I'm your host, the gentleman Jody Powell, and tonight you are in store for 60 minutes of hard-hitting, high-flying, professional wrestling action. From the world of Wrestling for Christ, and fans, what a wonderful card we have for you tonight. Tonight, you are going to see the WFC World Heavyweight Champion, Shane Austin, defending his title in an impromptu match. Fans, this just developed earlier this afternoon. Before the show started, we were doing interviews backstage and we were doing some sound checks, actually, when all of a sudden we were joined by an unexpected guest who had a lot to say, a lot of interesting things to say. And it just so happens the champion was walking by and heard those things. And, well, instead of me telling you about it, why don't we see what took place just a few hours ago right here in Kings Mountain, North Carolina, to set up our main event. Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Saturday Night Praise and Power Hour right here live in Kings Mountain, North Carolina. Dre, ladies and gentlemen, the sensational Dre White. Dre, what's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up is I'm sick and tired of being looked over and not getting a shot here in the WFC. You got me anchored down to a tag team partner who's not even here half the time to help me out in the ring. And then when he is, he's taking a pin for 1, 2, 3. I don't understand. But I'm tired of being looked over. I'm tired of being walked on and not getting my shot at Wrestling for Christ.
Well, Dre, I mean, that sounds like an issue that you might want to take up with the commissioner if you ever have an opportunity.
Excuse me, I was walking by and I heard you say you ain't got a chance. I'll give you a chance at this tonight if you think you're up to the challenge, Dre White.
Oh, for that right there?
For the WFC World Heavyweight Championship, you think you deserve it? You've been held down. Come on, you can face the champ tonight.
I want it.
You can face the champ right here tonight, and I'll show you. You don't deserve anything but being where you've been.
Well, there you go, fans. We've got our main event set for tonight. It's going to be the sensational Dre White against the WFC World Heavyweight Champion, Shane Austin. Well, fans, first of all, that sets up our main event. You better be careful what you ask for. Asking for that opportunity was Dre White, and the champ heard him and said, hey, I'll give you a shot. Anytime Shane Austin walks by and says, hey, I'll give you an opportunity, you better think twice before you take it, because when you step into the ring with that individual, with a world champion, that is one mean, tough professional wrestler. Dre White, I think, is going to find that out tonight, but it was interesting, fans. Some of the things that Dre had to say before Shane Austin stepped in, talking about his tag team partner, the Hornet. We've seen Dre White and the Hornet tag team really since the inception of Wrestling for Christ, and Dre White saying that he was anchored down by a partner who isn't here half the time, and when he is, he's taking the pin for 1, 2, 3. That's going to be an interesting dynamic to see how Hornet responds to those pretty disparaging words from Dre White. But be that as it may, tonight we've got our main event, the World Heavyweight Champion Shane Austin taking on Dre White. Well, fans, before we get to that, we're going to get to our very first match of the evening. And this match is going to involve none other than the Mad Dog Nathan Sawyer taking on AWOL. And I got to tell you, fans, if I'm the Mad Dog, it feels like I'm getting the short end of the stick for the last few weeks here in WFC. Mad Dog being very, very vocal about the commissioner, about the television turmoil tournament, and how he's going to defend his yard. And yet this commissioner has continued to put Mad Dog in very precarious situations, in situations where he just simply was getting taken advantage of. A shot at the WFC champion Shane Austin that did not go very well because of outside interference. And tonight, taking on AWOL, someone who is famous for bending the rules and seeing what he can get away with. Well, fans, we're going to see how the Mad Dog Nathan Sawyer fares against the man from parts unknown AWOL as we get to ringside.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following match is scheduled for one fall.
Welcome, wrestling fans, to Saturday Night Praise and Power Hours. We're ready to get underway here with our very first match of the evening. And it's going to be one that has been quite the battle lately. These two kind of trading barbs and going back and forth with one another, and they're finally going to get an opportunity to settle it in the ring.
Introducing first, from parts unknown, he is AWOL!
There is AWOL, ladies and gentlemen. And as you all know, AWOL has to be watched 24/7 when he's in the ring because those flak jackets have a lot of pockets and a lot of things are hidden inside them. AWOL is not one to follow the rules, so the referee's going to have eyes in the back of his head. In this match, we get prepared to see who AWOL will be facing here in this grudge match to kick off Saturday Night Praise and Power.
His opponent.
And there's the music, fans, the familiar music of none other than this man.
From Mobile, Alabama, he is the Mad Dog, Nathan Sawyer!
The Mad Dog Nathan Sawyer making his way to ringside, preparing to take on AWOL here. These two have had quite the heated rivalry. Many times here. In fact, it's been AWOL kind of getting over on Mad Dog Nathan Sawyer several times in various matches and various interactions. Of course, AWOL getting over only the way AWOL knows how to get over. And that is through any means necessary. And look at this! Oh my goodness! The Mad Dog chasing AWOL from the ring with that chain. That dog chain he wears to the ring. I tell you what, Mad Dog Nathan Sawyer is focused and ready to take on AWOL here. He's had enough. Quite frankly, so have I. AWOL's tactics are underhanded, dirty, and cheat. This referee's going to have to pay very close attention in this match. Nathan Sawyer, rightfully so, a little hesitant to give up the dog chain. It's the equalizer. He's going to keep it ringside for sure, and look out! Not only is he going to keep it ringside, he's going to keep it handy, ready to swing at any moment. AWOL a little hesitant to get in the ring until that chain has been properly secured. And now it has, so here we go. AWOL, Mad Dog Nathan Sawyer to kick off Saturday Night Praise and Power Hour, and Kings Mountain is barking for the Mad Dog. Look out. Oh my goodness, Mad Dog down on all fours. AWOL doesn't know what to think here. We're about ready to get this match underway. The dogs are loose here in Kings Mountain as the Mad Dog is ready to take on AWOL. There we go, a collar and elbow tie up. Oh, AWOL winning that body. And a little mocking of the Mad Dog Nathan Sawyer there from AWOL. Pound for pound, I mean, these are two of the most powerful men in the WFC. Mad Dog's going to have to think about his approach here. I mean, Owen thrown back again. And again, AWOL mocking the barking of the Mad Dog Nathan Sawyer. And watch him, ref. There's no telling what he's doing. No telling what he just put in that turnbuckle. Every move this man makes, every gesture that AWOL makes has purpose and meaning. And usually, it's for no good. And there's a roll-up 1, 2. Ow! The Mad Dog almost getting that quick pin. Oh, come on. He didn't pull your tights. Give me a break. It's the oldest complaint in the book. The referee has to ask Mad Dog, did you pull the tights? Doesn't matter. You know, I've never understood that. Why are you even asking him, referee? What if he said yes? What are you going to do about it? It's done. What's done is done. Now Mad Dog whipping AWOL into the ropes. Big hip toss, down he goes. Mad Dog down on all four. Headbutt. Oh, he headbutted him right there in that dog position. Headbutted him right in the top of the head. AWOL rolling out of the ring. And the Mad Dog is on fire here in Kings Mountain. These fans barking, chanting, who let the dogs out? These fans love Mad Dog Nathan Sawyer. And look out, wait a minute. What's he doing? He's going in. Did he just go into his pocket there? It's hard to tell. You can't even. He's so good at sneaking things into his hands or out of his pockets into his hands. Some foreign object there. Doesn't look like he was able to use anything there as he's driving that shoulder into the midsection of Mad Dog. AWOL and trying to intimidate this referee. He's got a choke on him, ref. Come on, 1, 2, get in there. Get him off. Good grief, just disqualify this guy. That was more than 5. And now he's got the foot on the throat. Pull him off of him, ref. AWOL now backed into the corner. He's charging. Oh, the hip attack. Oh, my goodness. Did you see the head of Nathan Sawyer just snap back into that middle turnbuckle? I don't know. Nathan Sawyer may be out. And where's AWOL going now? What's AWOL doing out on the outside? Nathan Sawyer down to that corner. Now he's moving slightly, delivering big blows across the chest. And AWOL's had enough of the referee, I believe. He just wants to do what he wants to do. And this referee's doing a good job of not letting him do that now. Big scoop, power slam. There by AWOL, down for the count here. 1, 2. Mad Dog kicks out. Count of 2. Now AWOL locking in that reverse chin lock. And he's got him down. Look at this. He's got him on the mat. Oh, he should have held on to that. He could have held on to that and put his weight behind it. Instead, he drops a knee and now pulls him back up into that seated position for that reverse chin lock. But I tell you, you get a guy on the mat and that chin lock, he's raking his eyes, ref. Come on. He's just raking his eyes. Good grief. I do believe AWOL missing an opportunity to keep the Mad Dog down. And that reverse chin lock down to the mat, putting all of your weight on that chin lock. Making the blood supply. Slow to the brain. Good grief. He covered his face and chopped him right across the chest. Wait a minute. He's got the chain, ref. Come on. Get in there. Get him off. Disqualify this guy. Good grief. Using Mad Dog's chain against him. What was supposed to be an equalizer turned out to be an advantage for AWOL. Now went into the ropes, ducks a clothesline, big clothesline of his own. AWOL down 1, 2. Kick out at 2. Mad Dog seemingly rallying there, but a big boot to the midsection stops that rally from AWOL. What is he doing? He's pulling on his ears? Are you kidding me? This guy will do anything and everything to gain an advantage. Irish whip down into the rope. Big elbow. Down goes the Mad Dog. And now a pin. 1, 2. Mad Dog able to kick out of that one at 2. Nathan Sawyer now not able to get an upper hand here because of the cheating tactics of AWOL using the chain to choke him out. And now a big clothesline, nicely done. Mad Dog is down. No, wait a minute. He's got something in his mask. Ref, look at that. Turn around, ref. Come on. He put something in his mask. Even the little fans see that out in the crowd. And oh my goodness, big headbutt. Down goes the Mad Dog. No, not like this. 2, 3. Dadgummit, AWOL gets the win. He cheated again, ref, and he got the win.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, AWOL!
This is ridiculous, fans. Let's take a look at some of the action here. And here you see Mad Dog. Nice whip into the ropes, big hip toss, and I love this. Right down on all fours, crawling across, big headbutt right to the crown of the head of AWOL. But here, take a look at this camera angle. You can see it clearly here. Right there, pulling something out of that flak jacket, sticking it right into the mask. Referee busy checking on Mad Dog. He should have been watching AWOL. He adjusted, boom! Down goes Mad Dog. AWOL making the cover here and getting the victory. 1, 2, 3, and dadgummit if AWOL has it screwed over Mad Dog Nathan Sawyer once again. It's ridiculous. There you see the repercussions of that. Fans, we'll be back right after these messages.
When Wrestling for Christ visits the Philippines, we bring more than just wrestling. We bring the love of Jesus Christ. Our mission extends beyond the ring. We hold vacation Bible schools, run basketball and youth camps, and visit villages to share the gospel, offering hope and encouragement to those in need. Since 2017, Wrestling for Christ has seen thousands of professions of faith and lives changed simply by sharing the love of Jesus. In 2025, we're planning to return for television tapings on Abundant TV to reach even more lives. We need your support to continue this vital work. Help us bring hope to the Philippines.
Scan the QR code to donate today and go to our website to learn more about this ministry.
Thank you and God bless.
Hello, wrestling fans. I'm the gentleman, Jody Powell.
And I'm the mad scientist, Mike Buchanan.
Mike and I host a fantastic show on Monday nights at 7 p.m. right here on Abundant Television called Falls Count Anywhere. But Mike, what is this show about?
Well, it's about taking our listeners on a fun trip through what's happening in the WWE and Wrestling for Christ, which is WFC.
What else do we do on this show, though?
Well, my favorite part is the Finding Tomorrow, which is where we offer hope to those that are listening for whatever trials they may be experiencing in life.
That's great. I tell you what more could you ask for, fans? You get your wrestling news. And then after we talk about the WWE and WFC, we point you back to the Holy Scriptures so that you can fight your battles the right way. That's by turning to God. As Mike always says,
don't watch out, look up.
We'll see you Monday nights. Falls Count Anywhere, 7 p.m. on Abundant TV. Welcome back, fans, to Saturday Night Praise and Power Hour. And it's going to be interesting to see how the Mad Dog Nathan Sawyer responds to yet again getting cheated out of a match, this time by AWOL. Can't imagine that the Mad Dog is going to be in a very good mood. We'll try to catch up with him later on. But fans, we're going to move on to our next match. But before we do, we have to bring about a very stark reminder, because in this next match, we're going to see featured one half of the WFC Tag Team Champions, Travis Roberts. It was just a couple of weeks ago that this happened. first off. Look out. Oh, spear. He speared him. Down goes GI. 1, 2, 3. And Travis Roberts gets the win. What is he doing? I told you to look out for this guy. Somebody get out of here. What is he doing? He's got a chair. No. Don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it, Dylan. No. Oh, good grief.
Fans, we are a couple of weeks removed from such a despicable and disgusting act perpetrated by the Foundation upon the American GI, one of the legends in this business. GI had to have shoulder surgery, repairing muscles and bone structure in his shoulder, thanks to the attack, the unprovoked attack by these two clowns. Well, I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. If this commissioner, whoever they are, does not step up and do something, punish the foundation for this horrendous act, then maybe somebody's going to be forced to take matters into their own hands. So the ball is in your court, Commissioner. Maybe it's time to do what's right and rule this organization fairly. Fans will have to wait and see if that actually happens. But what we don't have to wait and see is a match involving the very one who was taking on the American GI, one half of the tag team champions, Travis Roberts. And I'm sure wherever Travis Roberts goes, Dylan Dollar is not far behind. But tonight, Travis Roberts gets to take on a newcomer to the WFC. We're excited to see new faces in the WFC, particularly this one. What a great story. I can't wait to dive in and let you fans get an understanding of who this wrestler is. But for now, let's get to ringside.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following match is scheduled for one fall.
Well, here we go, fans. We get an opportunity to see a young man new to the WFC.
Introducing first, from Miami, Florida, he is the Giant Slayer, J.R. Reynolds.
I am truly excited about J.R. Reynolds being here in the WFC, fans. Had an opportunity to speak to this young man prior to this match. And his moniker, the Giant Slayer, is because David and Goliath is his very favorite story in all of the Bible. We're going to see what we get from J.R. Reynolds here.
And his opponent.
Because his very first match is going to be a huge challenge here, as he's going to get, yes, you hear the music, one half of the World Tag Team Champions. There he is, Travis Roberts.
He is one half of the WFC World Tag Team Champions from Athens, Georgia, Travis Roberts.
Fans, we have seen the package that we put together about what the foundation did to the American GI, which was disgusting, despicable. Look at that. What a jerk. Just, you know what? Just what a jerk. These guys took a great legend like the American GI and put his arm into that chair and stomped on it like it was nothing. And they walk around here unpunished, unscathed, and carrying those tag team titles that are their prized possessions. I know a certain tag team in the name of Perfect Vision that seems primed and ready to take those straps right off the waist of the foundation. I mean, look at this. Look at this, fans. I mean, this speaks volumes. This guy is in the ring arguing with teenagers that are sitting at ringside, talking trash to teens. These kids are letting him have it, as they should. What the foundation did to the American GI was despicable. It was disgusting. Put a man out of commission, possibly for his entire career. GI swears he's coming back. GI says that he's going to be back in the WFC. We'll have to see. And right now, J.R. Reynolds has the opportunity here to make a name for himself at the expense of one half of the WFC Tag Team Champions. And whoa, almost a German suplex. Nope, tried to get him up again, and a big elbow from Travis Roberts. So it's not your house. Missed a clothesline. Oh my, kicks. Oh, big knee. Oh, he stomped his foot. And there's the German suplex. Yes, sir. Travis Roberts is reeling and rolls out of the ring. What a beautiful German suplex that was. Yeah, why don't you gather your wits there, buddy, because it looks like you've got a pretty formidable opponent in the ring. J.R. Reynolds, the Giant Slayer, looking to slay a giant here in the WFC, and that would be one half of the tag team champs in Travis Roberts. And this crowd getting behind J.R. Reynolds. And this young man looks incredibly agile, in great shape. And that was a beautiful German suplex, and now get in the ring, buddy. Come on. What are we doing here? So he popped you in the nose. It's not like it's going to hurt that ugly mug. I'm sorry, fans. These two guys have just gotten under my skin. And their relationship, their friendship, their business partnership, whatever it is, with the new commissioner that is even yet to show their face here in the WFC. Like, I don't know. Oh, big right hand. Down goes J.R. Reynolds. I don't know how that relationship came about. But it is not good for the rest of the WFC. That is for sure. Now J.R. Reynolds backed into the corner here. Big elbow from Travis Roberts. I know he's got those fingers. He's got those fingers. Don't pull them apart. Oh, my goodness. Grabbing the fingers and just spreading them apart. Possibly dislocating fingers. These guys just love to hurt people. Now he's got that arm bar. He's got those fingers again. Working on those fingers. Pull the finger to the thumb this time.
Ain't gonna be picking nobody up with that one.
You gotta be kidding me. Big right hand from Travis Roberts. Guess he didn't appreciate being tossed like a rag doll. Trying to take the power away from J.R. Reynolds, but Reynolds is fighting back. Oh, nope, got caught here. Big belly to back suplex. Oh, my goodness. Did you see Reynolds just bounce off that canvas? Travis Roberts hit that belly to back, and J.R. Reynolds bounced 2 feet in the air. 1, 2. Right shoulder up. J.R. Reynolds. Now Travis Roberts leaning back, got that arm in that arm bar. Reynolds trying to get to the ropes, and oh my goodness, pulling on the fingers once again, the third time. Trying to negate any kind of power moves that J.R. Reynolds may want to execute in this match. You see him in the corner now just holding that hand, and there's a big boot across the throat. Get in there, ref, count him out. Disqualify this guy. Good grief, that was a slow 5 count. Come on, ref.
Get him off of him. Don't raise your hands like that, like you haven't done anything wrong. Give me a break. Big kick to the midsection. Here comes Reynolds. Ooh, big clubbing blow to the back of the neck. Travis Roberts now in with a chokehold right there in the corner, right in front of the referee, just blatant and brazen. Come on, you're at 4. Count faster. Get him out of there. Disqualify this guy. Ridiculous. Big right hand. Travis Roberts in full control of this match. Withstood the adrenaline rush and the fire coming out from the very beginning from J.R. Reynolds, and now working on the leg, wrapping it around the rope, around the middle rope there. Reynolds may be in a little bit of trouble here. Big shoulder tackle into the midsection. There's no question that the Foundation are a fantastic tag team. They're great professional wrestlers. That's why I don't understand this new attitude. It's not necessary. It's totally unnecessary given these guys' talent, their God-given talent for competing in the ring. Oh, that big headbutt right there kind of made Travis Roberts a little woozy. Got a little ahead of yourself there, buddy. These guys are great tacticians, great tag team, great singles competitors. As you're seeing here in Travis Roberts, that's why I don't understand this need, this desire to be, to do this win at all costs that they've been commanded to do by the commissioner, doing the commissioner's bidding. And now separating the fingers of J.R. Reynolds across the top rope. Now he's biting him. Come on, ref, get him off. This guy's an animal. It's ridiculous. There's no place in WFC for things like this, for things like they did to the American GI. Reynolds now reeling from those right hands, those big meat hooks. And another one. Travis Roberts is in full control of this match. The debut of J.R. Reynolds may be spoiled here by this guy. Winding up now into the... Oh, no! He's followed by Reynolds. Big kick to the gut. Another one to the face. Oh, he hit the cutter. He hit that cutter. Roll him over. Pin him. Pin him. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no. He kicked out. Reynolds can't believe that it was just 2. What a rally there. Ending with that beautiful cutter. Now Reynolds charging in. Oh, he's flipped over the top rope. Lands on the apron. Big forearm shiver. Reynolds now calling for the crowd. He's going to fly. And oh, good grief. He was caught midair by Travis Roberts. A forearm sends him down right on the outside of the apron. And look out now. What's Roberts doing here? Oh, he's scooping him up. He's got him in that fireman's carry position. What's he going to do? Reynolds is in trouble here. No, an elbow. Another one. Reynolds lands on his feet. Springboard drop kick. He hit the drop kick. Down goes Roberts to the outside. Reynolds is on fire. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What's he going to do here? Coming right into your living room. Look out. Oh! And again, Travis Roberts hitting that forearm shiver right upside the head as J.R. Reynolds was preparing to dive right outside the ring. And now Travis Roberts, oh my goodness. Big clubbing blow. Big clubbing blow across his chest.
Come here. I want you to get this.
Oh my goodness, what is he doing there? Come on, ref. He's biting him. Right there, ooh, big headbutt. And again, Travis Roberts rocked by his own headbutt. Finally making his way back into the ring. Travis Roberts in a little bit of in control here. After that headbutt, still a little woozy, whips him into the corner. Oh, Reynolds jumps over. Look out, Enziguri! The Enziguri hit hard right on top of the head of Travis Roberts. And now here we go. Oh, nice side suplex. Wait a minute, what is that guy doing out here? Dylan Dollar's at ringside. Ref, get him out of here. Get off the apron. You don't belong out here. Now Dylan Dollar talking trash to JR Reynolds. Look out, JR. Roberts is up. Roberts is up. He's coming. Oh, no. He hit Dylan Dollar. He hit him. Spear. Spear. He hit Travis Roberts. 1, 2, 3. Beat one half of the tag team champions. JR Reynolds with a victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, JR Reynolds!
Are you kidding? That couldn't have happened to a better person. Let's take a look at some action here, fans. This beautiful German suplex. Landing Travis Roberts right on the back of his neck. But then diving through the ropes and meeting that forearm shiver right upside the head. But this was beautiful. Out of the way, Roberts hits Dylan Dollar right in the head. Look at Dollar suffering, and then that spear. Oh, that was a thing of beauty. What a sequence, and then the 1, 2, and the 3. JR Reynolds gets the win over Travis Roberts. Oh, wait a minute. It's Perfect Vision's music. Yeah, there they are. It's Perfect Vision.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Perfect Vision!
Good stuff tonight, man. Congratulations. Good stuff tonight, man. Congratulations and welcome to Wrestling for Christ.
How about that? Perfect Vision welcoming JR Reynolds to the WFC. We'll be back, fans, right after this.
Hello, wrestling fans. The gentleman Jody Powell here. And I want to put you onto 2, not 1, but 2 YouTube channels that you need to check out. First, Wrestling for Christ WFC, right here. Check it out. Every episode of Saturday Night Praise and Power Hour up until the last week's episode is on that channel. And then Falls Count Anywhere 323, me and Mike talking it out right here on Abundant TV and YouTube. Check it out.
Nathan, let me get a word with you here about the end of that match. What we saw there was a little bit of AWOL action. Seemed like there was something in the mask, wasn't there?
Look, that makes the second time I've been cheated in a match here in WFC. Second time. First time, Shane Austin in the world title match. Cost me the world title. This time against AWOL. Cost me a spot in the finals of the TV title tournament. What's going on here? Everybody saw it. I don't care who I gotta go through. I don't care who I gotta talk to. I'm gonna tear this company upside down and tear everybody limb from limb. Because trust me, this dog's bite is a lot bigger than his bark.
Well, as I suspected, the Mad Dog Nathan Sawyer not happy about the turnout of his match tonight, but I have it on good authority. And by that, I mean another text message from the commissioner of the WFC that there will be an announcement involving Mad Dog Nathan Sawyer and AWOL and the television turmoil tournament that Nathan Sawyer referenced. Hopefully, we'll finally get an end to this. Hopefully, we'll finally get to discover what's inside the briefcase. Find out next week as that announcement comes down from the commissioner. Well, fans, right now, we want to take you to a very special segment right here on Saturday Night Praise and Power Hour that shows you how WFC is impacting the community. It's called WFC on the Road. And this time, we were in Ringgold, Georgia for Disciple Now. Check this out. Hello, wrestling fans. Welcome back to Saturday Night Praise and Power Hour. We are here in Ringgold, Georgia, and I have the opportunity to be standing here with Brant Olivery. He is the Minister of Families with Ringgold First Baptist Church, and he is in charge of D-Now. Brant, tell us a little bit about what D-Now is and what you guys are doing here in Ringgold.
Yeah, so Disciple Now is a thing that's been going on for years. And one of the great things about our community is we have a bunch of youth ministers that play well together, basically. And we meet regularly and kind of encourage one another. And yearly, we put on this Disciple Now, which is a weekend-long event. We have 3 big worship services and kind of a fun activity usually on Saturday afternoons, which is what's brought us here. And then so you come to the worship services, and then churches kind of separate and go do their own thing. Every year we have a different kind of theme, but obviously the goal is for kids to come to know Christ, as well as our kids that already know Christ to grow in their faith.
Right.
And so that's what we're doing. Our theme this year is superior, because God is superior in so many ways, and all ways really.
Yep.
And that's what we're learning about in our worship services, as well as in our small group times.
Great. And tell us a little bit about why Wrestling for Christ. What made you come to the decision to bring wrestling to D now?
Well, we, like I said, we usually have a fun Saturday activity. We've kind of done some different things, and once you do them a few times, like, kind of gets old. And so we're always looking for new things, and honestly, I'm not real sure how we landed on wrestlers. Sometimes we're just sitting around throwing ideas out, and I think somewhere along the way I saw it somewhere, and so I looked up Wrestlers for Christ, and you guys came up, and we all thought, this is gonna be awesome. So let's look into it, and it worked out, and we've had a pleasure working with you guys and kind of scheduling everything, and so we're excited to be here today and to get to watch some wrestling.
Fantastic. Well, fans, we're going to show you what exactly happened right here in Ringgold, Georgia, with a very special video package of Wrestling for Christ, working with D Now. Stay tuned.
The amazing feats that are accomplished are not ours. It's not in this ring. But every bit of that glory belongs to God. Every applause that we get, we turn upwards, because we can't do this without the power of Jesus Christ. Heavenly Father God, what a blessing this has been for everyone involved in Wrestling for Christ to be here in Ringgold, Georgia, at Disciple Now. Father, I just pray that for the remainder of this weekend, the Holy Spirit will continue to move. It's so obvious that the Spirit has moved, that God's work is being done right here in this gymnasium, right here in this event, right here in these hearts, Father. And I just pray that continues through tomorrow and beyond as these young people go and face the world, Father, that you will stand in front of them. That you will be the one that everyone sees when they see these faces. Father, we thank you. We thank you for allowing us to be here. We thank you for this wonderful time together. We thank you for these wonderful souls. Be with us as we leave this place, Father. These things we ask in Christ's name. Amen. We want to thank you for allowing us to be here. We hope you enjoy it.
What a great time we had down in Ringgold, Georgia. We want to thank Brent Olivery and everyone involved in Disciple Now in Ringgold, Georgia. We were excited to be there, and we hope to go back again next year. Well, fans, it's time for the main event of the evening, as it was set up earlier tonight, as it's going to be the sensational, inspirational Dre White getting his shot at the WFC Heavyweight Championship and the champion Shane Austin. Dre White wanted his shot. Well, now he's got it, fans. And this one's going to be a good one. So what do you say for the main event? Let's get to ringside.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following match is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the WFC World Heavyweight Championship.
Here we are, fans, ready for our main event here on Saturday night. Praise and Power Hour as set up earlier on, in fact, in the beginning of the show, by Dre White saying, "Where's my opportunity?" Well, here it comes.
Introducing first, the challenger from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. He is the inspirational, sensational
Dre White showing a fire I haven't seen in a while from him. In that interview, wanting to know where's his opportunities in wrestling for Christ, and he was interrupted by the WFC World Heavyweight Champion Shane Austin, who happened to be walking by and heard Dre White complaining about getting an opportunity here in the WFC, and that's what the champion's giving him right now.
His opponent.
A shot at the WFC World Heavyweight Championship. I don't know, Dre White may appreciate this opportunity, but considering the opponent. Oof.
From Detroit, Michigan, he is the WFC World Heavyweight Champion, Shane Austin!
Make no mistake, fans, the WFC World Heavyweight Champion, Shane Austin, is the toughest competitor in the WFC. There is no one that will strike fear into an opponent's heart more so than Shane Austin. That is why he is currently the WFC World Heavyweight Champion. Having won the title back in December at Happy Brawler Days, pinning Ken Magnum. Carolina Dreamer has made a lot of accusations that, hey, you've never pinned my shoulders to the mat. Well, be that as it may, Shane Austin is still the WFC World Heavyweight Champion, winning that match by the rules. And here's the thing about Shane Austin, fans. You know, a lot of people will ask, what's the difference between Shane Austin and the Foundation? Well, here's the thing. With Shane Austin, you know exactly who he is. He makes no bones about it. He is a mean, tough, rough dude. And look out here. See what I'm saying? Oh, that big attack from behind on Dre White. Dre trying to get this crowd into it, and Shane Austin said, I have none of it. But now Dre White coming back with big right hands to the champion, to the side of the head. Another big right. Irish whip into the corner. The champ hits hard. Big clothesline. Down he goes in a cover. One. No, just a one count. Dre White tried to end this thing early. Nice hip toss there. Oh, and a tackle there by Shane Austin, a pin. Dre White rolls into the ropes there. Big right hands again, though. Dre whips him into the ropes. Nice drop kick. Dre White is about this match. 1, 2. He is tuned in, fans. He is focused. He knows this is his chance to make his mark here in the WFC and possibly become the WFC Heavyweight Champion. Leg drop now. On Shane Austin, another pin. 1, 2, and a kick out. Dre White going for those quick pins, trying to end this thing early.
even though Shane Austin is the bigger man, I think the longer this match goes, the more advantage Austin has. Now, Dre White going for a suplex. No, it's blocked there. Blocked again by the champion. Now a reversal. Shane Austin tossing Dre White over his head like a ragdoll. That vertical suplex, that snap suplex. White hit hard. Irish whip down into the ropes, ducks the clothesline, big elbow. Down goes Dre White. Shane Austin makes no bones about it, fans. He is mean, nasty, tough, and he will beat you up. And that's the difference between he and the Foundation. You know who Shane Austin is. He's got him in the ropes there, choking him out on that second rope. You know exactly who he is. You know exactly what he's about. There's no deception there. Shane Austin is a bad dude. Foundation, well, they're just dudes. Duck the clothesline there. And now Dre White going for the leg scissors. Oh, nice move. Taking Shane Austin over. And then the cover again. 1, 2. Shane Austin getting that left shoulder up. Dre White getting a little frustrated here. Those quick pins aren't quite working for him. And now going a little high risk up to the second turnbuckle. Austin stirring, getting back to his feet. Here comes Dre. Big double axe handle. Down goes the champion. Dre White in control of this match. Now got a pin. 1, 2. Kick out by the champion again. But every time Dre White covers the champion, every time he forces him to kick out, here's another one. 1, 2. That just expends more energy from the champion, tiring him down. If Dre White can get Shane Austin tired out, oh my goodness, rake of the eyes. If he can tire him out, he may have an opportunity here. But I'm telling you, that's easier said than done. Shane Austin, he will go the distance in this match. He will go the distance in any match. And whether it's 2 minutes in or 30 minutes in, you're getting the same rough and tough champion in Shane Austin. That double thrust right to the throat. Referee telling him not to hit him in the throat. Shane Austin doesn't care. He's going to do it anyway. And he's going to let the fans know about it too. Now Dre White in a precarious position. There's the elbow down on the left hamstring, on that quadricep, right on the left leg. And now look at this. Shane Austin just punching the side of the knee. Going to work now. And, ow! Just dropping that leg against the mat. Shane Austin working on the leg, working on the knee. Slams it into the mat again. Going to slow Dre White down. Now he's got it draped across that bottom rope. Got it looped in there. Referee with a count. Get him out of there, ref. Shane Austin using every bit of that 4 count. Having Dre White's leg wrapped around the bottom rope there. Dre's in trouble here. He's been grounded. The speed has been nullified by Shane Austin working on that left knee. And there you see Dre White just clutching the knee, struggling to get to his feet. It's not a good position to be in when you're in there with a world champion. Oh, and just kick. Just as Dre White's getting back to his feet, he kicks him right in the back of the knee. And down goes Dre again. And Shane Austin telling these fans this is all your fault. All your fault for letting Dre think that he had an opportunity, that he had a chance against me, the champion. Shane Austin blaming these fans as much as he's blaming Dre White. A nice kick right to the back of the leg there again. Now Shane Austin going outside. What's he doing here? He's wrapping that leg around the post. Look out, fans. What is he doing here? Ow! Slamming the back of that knee into the side of the post. Come on, ref, get in there, do something. Start counting or something. Again, that leg slammed into the post. Shane Austin doing whatever he wants here. Dre White in massive trouble. He may have dislocated that knee wrapping it right around the post. Referee checking on Dre. Dre said he wants to continue, but I don't see how he can. He can hardly stand up. Drake struggling to get back to his feet. Austin just lurking, just waiting, taunting Drake, saying, come on, get up. Drake can't even walk. Oh, and there it is. He's got the full Nelson in. Shane Austin's locked in the full Nelson. Dre White is fading. He's got it right there in the middle of the ring. Nowhere for Dre White to go. Referee 1. There's 2. There's 3. Ring the bell. This one's over. The champion has won with that full Nelson. Oh, let him go, Shane. Let him up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, and still the WFC World Heavyweight Champion, Shane Austin!
Well, fans, let's take a look at some of the action here as you see Dre White whipping Shane Austin in the ropes. He had a big clothesline coming out. But here, Dre went for the vertical suplex. It was blocked a couple of times by the champion and then reversed into a beautiful snap suplex by Shane Austin. Dre White tried to fight his way back with his beautiful leg scissors, sending the champion down. But at the end of the day, it was this full Nelson that the champion locked on to Dre White. And there you see it going out 1, 2, and Dre White was completely out. 3, and the referee rang the bell. Your winner of your match, the WFC World Heavyweight Champion, Shane Austin. Let's see if we can get a word with Shane in the ring.
Shane, if I get a word with you real quick. Earlier on tonight, Dre White was complaining about getting an opportunity. He got an opportunity with you tonight. What do you have to say to the rest of the locker room who wants an opportunity? All I can say is you better look at Dre White. Look at him. He's getting helped out of the arena. And it's not only Dre White's fault, it's every one of you people's fault for making him think, for putting the thought in his mind that he can ever step up to Shane Austin. Whether you people like it or not, I am your WFC World Heavyweight Champion. Carolina Dreamer, I don't know where you're at tonight, brother, but let me tell you, I got something that belongs to you right here, you say. Why don't you come back and try to take it again, and you end up just like Dre White, limping away. So come on and get it, Dreamer. I'm waiting for you. Just the new Shane Austin. I have no friends, don't want no friends. I don't need you people at all. A word from the World Heavyweight Champion.
Well, there it is, fans. Words from Shane Austin, the WFC Heavyweight Champion. There you see him. Earlier on tonight, Dre White wanted that opportunity. And he was given an opportunity to take on the WFC World Champion. And as Shane Austin said, Dre White left limping out of the arena because of this man, your champion, who has called out the Carolina Dreamer. Will the Carolina Dreamer answer the call? Only time will tell, fans. Well, that's all the time we have this week for Saturday Night Praise and Power Hour. We'll see you next week.